Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is my first ever walkthrough. Please be forgiving. This one is Guild Wars 2 Mistwrought Vault jumping puzzle. The puzzle is located in the west area of each of the areas surrounding the Eternal Battlegrounds. Compared to other jumping puzzles, this one is fairly simple when you compare it to others like Griffin Rook. That one can be a pain in the ass. This one is actually fairly forgiving. If you're good at jumping, that's all you have to do. There's not really any fights to do, no special conditions, just make it through. Let's see. Each of the areas surrounding the Eternal Battlegrounds contains one of these jumping puzzles. The jumping puzzles are the same throughout all three areas, and they can each be completed once a day. It's a pretty good deal in my opinion. Let's see. When you're going through these puzzles, it's recommended that you equip yourself with speed boosting abilities if you have them, just because they will come in handy for the longer jumps, since the margin of error increases when you have your speed boost. So the area from which you jump is greater, and there's more room to make a mistake. Like, for example, this part here, the speed boost is helpful because the landing area is really far away and it's really small, and you can't really see it because it's kind of warped. It's a branch. I mean, you can land anywhere on that. These platforms are fairly small. I would say that this is probably the most risky part of the jumping puzzle. If you make it through this, I'd say the rest of it is fairly easy. There are enemies, as you can see, but there's no penalty for fighting them. I mean, and they're pretty simple. They're not veteran or champion grade enemies, so you can take them out totally alone, even with poor gear and no skill. I mean, yeah. For this one, it's best to just tap the forward button, and then you go backwards as soon as you make contact with the ledge. This part, it's a fairly long jump. I recommend using the speed boost. After this, it's pretty straightforward. Just jump. My tip for this part is to jump from the highest point on your platform to the lowest point on the next platform. That'll give you the most leverage. This is a world versus world map, so beware of other players. It's really annoying when you have enemy players trying to kill you as you're trying to do this. This puzzle requires that you collect 2 keys, and with these 2 keys you unlock a vault hidden somewhere in the cavern. As you can see, I just retrieved one of the keys, and now we backtrack. Go ahead and jump in the water. And backtrack to the starting area behind the waterfall. The chest at the end usually drops badges and blueprints, in addition to 2 or 3 loot items of random rarity. I myself usually get blues and greens. I have gotten some yellows, rares, but I've never gotten exotic from this. Those things are hard to come by, let me tell you. So from here we go to the left and begin jumping across the platforms on this side. The best way is to jump from the furthest point on your platform to the nearest point on the next platform. That tip especially helps for the longer jumps. There are some enemies over here, but you can completely ignore them if you stay far enough away. For this jump I prefer to use a speed boost just because it's a long one, and I really don't feel like coming back all this way. For this one, you just don't jump through the hole, just ease yourself into it so you land on the platform and don't overshoot it. This jump also I recommend speed boost, and the tip to this is just to jump from the highest point on your platform to the lowest point on the next, same as before. Also, be careful when you're using speed boost because sometimes they run out and the effect can be kind of disorienting. You mistime your jumps and you end up falling. This part, I mean, it's fairly straightforward. Just stay on the vines. It's really narrow actually, but I've never fallen off of this, so it's not that terribly difficult. Just go slow if you have to. And there's the second chest, second key. And now the vault is in a place that we just passed on our second time through. I don't know if you saw it before, it was the big round door. So, yeah, there it is. Your chest is in there. Unlock it with the 2 keys, get your loot, and you're done. That has been my review of the Mistwrought Vaults. Thank you for watching.